Welcome, ladies and gents, back to another wonderful episode of Minecraft Survival Let's Play. Anyways, today we are starting back at the tavern from last episode that we did the interior design for. And instead of having the carpet that we had here, we decided to place buttons because we were recommended by Sky Wolfie, and he told us to do that so it symbolizes like the bell that you can ring at front desk, and I think that's a wonderful idea. I mean, they kind of do stand out, but I mean, to me, it makes a bit more sense to have a button there instead of the carpet that we had. But besides that, I guess we can get situated now on placing, or well, doing one last thing, and that is by placing the sign for the person that actually participated in last episode's little, I guess, game in a way. I think this is that many. Room number 1. Jalen Jenkins. So this person watched up to a certain part of the video and paid attention and claimed one of the rooms, which was lucky of him because this is room number 1. He decided to choose this room and now he gets to claim it and have his name in the world. So pretty neat little way. I mean, the other, I guess technically two other people could have claimed the room, but I mean, you guys didn't claim it in time, I guess. Well, now I think what we're going to do is we're going to allow you guys to randomly claim a room, possibly in random episodes. That way you guys can be more of a part, and that way it's just more of a higher chance of random people getting it too. So I figured that would be nice. But besides that, I am going to sleep in my bed. It's been a tiring night. Gotta do some work. And yeah, so either way, catch you guys after my nap. Anyways, you guys, we're gonna get started now. We have a bunch of our shulker boxes already placed out just in case if we need any materials. But we're going to finish these houses that was meant to look like a medieval settlement that was currently being made. But in the end, we kind of ended up changing what we wanted to do because I think personally that it wouldn't look right to have them anymore, because right now the area sort of looks unfinished. And it would probably be better, or well, best in my opinion, to have them look finished, or well, some of them at least, because in this area we just need more buildings, more things popping up in it, so that way it looks more, I mean, filled up. Right now it's a really empty looking area, which I'm currently trying to fill up all the areas as of right now, but it's a little bit of a struggle, I guess. And let's see, so I did end up raising all these to like 3 logs high. I didn't show that on camera, but yeah, I did do that. It was kind of pointless to tell you guys that, but I don't know, I figured you guys would like to know. Place that. And yeah, so I mean, this does use the same design, or well, like same sort of, I don't know how to really talk about it, but same whole design going on. I don't know. Do we have stairs? No, we don't. Man, I am not prepared for this. Where are these stairs at? Take some of those. I believe we have stone ones, or well, stone shulker box. So then we can take that and we can dirt pillar our way back up. But yeah, so the design I think is pretty standard. I think we're going to end up making this house right here our personal house. It'll have a nice big attic, and I think it'll do us justice. I've made sure the attic is pretty well done in my opinion. So that means we will have lots of room to build on, and I don't know, just not lots of room to build on, but lots of room for storage. So that'll be great because I tend to use a bunch of chests, as you guys can see out front. We have like 10 billion chests, just kidding, but really big exaggeration of that. But we do have a lot of chests that we use, and I'm not really good at organizing, I guess. So it's a bit of a problem because I feel like, you know, some things overlap each other and should belong here but don't. And let's see, so we need to place one of you bad boys. Don't need the fireworks. We don't need our bow either, so I probably should get rid of that. Place that correctly, looks like it. And then we'll place you like that, and we ended up placing that. And now we'll place another one of these. Okay, so I mean, where these usually marked, that means a roof is going to start. So like we're going to end up placing logs on it. So that means a roof, or a miniature version of, I guess, a triangle would start here and start to go into that area too. And let's see, let's go around in our creative world. and keep building on, we do need some of these stone bricks, which we do not have. Wonderful. Okay, figure I wouldn't need them. Turns out I do. Haven't built this house in a while, but just been working away in the creative world, editing some new things to it. Probably grab you. I think that's it, hopefully. Well, if not, then this is really gonna suck. Because I'm tired going up, down, up, down, up, down. Because that is just stupid, unprepared. And we'll place you, do that. I mean, I guess I could have just looked around, but I don't know. But we do need to place some more wool. And that means we need to place one, or randomly place them. Do that, that. Kind of differentiate from that side too. That way it doesn't look like it's kind of the same symmetry stuff going on, because that would look really stupid in my opinion. And let's see, get that going. We do have a stair placed already, and then we place it like that. And then this one is just a tiny bit different. Did I place it correctly? I think so, I hope so. And then we place it all three up. And then let's see what we got going on over here. We do this and place an upside down stair right afterwards, and we have that done. And then we're going to place the next two over here, and it's going to mimic the other, well, this pattern. So let's see, can I get on the side the best as possible? Get that done. And okay, this is gonna be a problem. And can I place you? No? Okay. Let's see, maybe look up a bit more. Okay, well, we'll just break the log real quickly instead of wasting our time with this. And then place it correctly. And place the log, and then we'll place this like how it should be. And now we have a good majority of the roof done over here. Now what we're going to get started on is placing more of the glass that we need to do. And I guess I'll finish the roof without you guys, because you guys kind of have an idea what the standard roofing is. I'll finish the roof for this house. I'll finish, I guess, the structure of the house for that too, and the roof. And then we can do the interior design together, because I figured I'm already taking you guys on for this journey for a little bit too long. And I doubt that you guys want to be here fully for that. And plus, I feel like doing a bit of the interior with you guys would be more exciting too. So either way, see you guys in a second. We have finished building the roofs for both these buildings and building the rest of the structure for this house. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get started by actually building the interior for these builds. And can I find the right one? Okay, so we didn't place the right one. We need a redstone block for sure. And we also need to grab one of the pistons that we have placed in this, I guess, wooden box that I've made. So we need to tear out part of the floor right here. And we'll place it right here. That means we also need to place a wooden plank right there. And place those two back. Get our piston placed. And then we also need to place our chairs, which are going to be stone brick stairs. And I think that looks fine. We also need to place a, I guess, table in a way. So where our wooden stairs at, we got them right there. So we'll place them like that. And I don't know, do we have flower pots already made? Oh, we do actually, surprisingly. That is amazing. So we'll place a few right there. That way we can have one that symbolizes a cup, and then we can grab a flower out of that exact same, I guess, thing. What color do we want to use? We might, I think we'll go with the allium. I think that's how you pronounce it. We haven't used this flower quite a bit, so I figured we probably should. I mean, my favorite flower in the game happens to be the, what's it called? I'm not too sure what's the name of the flowers. The blue orchid. I think that's my favorite flower, and then I think right alongside of it, the red tulip and the orange tulip is pretty nice too, in my opinion. But in that case, we're going to do that. So now we're also going to be placing some carpet. I'm not too sure if we're going to have enough of the blue carpet to actually do this, because right now we're kind of running low on that dye. So it may prove to be difficult in doing so. Do that. And then we'll place you right there. And probably like that. I think that's it. Maybe not there. And then we need to grab a cauldron. I'm not too sure if we have one of those made already. Can we quickly look? Cauldron, no. Okay, so we'll just make one, not too bad. We will grab that, and then we also need to grab one of the furnaces, for sure. One of the workbenches, which is right... Okay, maybe I don't know where it is. Okay, in the other one. Where's it at? Crafting table. Grab one of those. And then we'll place them alongside over here. And not that. Where is it at? Where's the crafting table? I know we grabbed it. Am I blind? Did we not grab it? You gotta be kidding me. I swear we grabbed it. Okay, I am definitely crazy, I guess. Where do we put it? Okay, well, put it there. Grab that, because that's what we want. We do need to make a cauldron, so if we type that in, we can easily make one. Place it there. There's a water bucket in one of these chests. Or, well, there should be. I know there's more, but I threw them around. So, we'll just randomly place them somewhere. Now we got that done, so that's pretty nice. Now we can get the staircase situated, so we're going to do this to provide as a support beam. So we're going to get that situated, and then we, like our other builds, so I think of this more similar to the tavern that we just worked on, and that is based off how, now this was one of the things I hated. I really wish we could just say, no, don't connect to that block or stair. But what I ended up doing in the creative world, I just flipped it upside down to make it really simple. Because I mean, you're not really going to be able to tell unless you stare at it really closely that it's not actually supposed to be that way. So yeah, I also should sleep. That way we get the problem solved. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, that was really aggravating. But I figure I'm just going to forget it later down the road, so it really doesn't matter. And then we can place this stair like that. And we can go all the way up. And then the rest of the floor is just plain old wood, so it shouldn't be that bad. Get that situated. And this house actually has a staircase that goes all the way up, which is, I guess, different because for some of the houses we just do, oh, I guess we did a ladder to go up for part of the places, like to go up to the attic, while this house we do not, so that's pretty nice. I believe the house over there we have a, I think we do have a, pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we use a ladder for the house over there. Not too fully sure at the moment. I could not remember what I was going to say, so that's why I did that. That's why I was pondering for too long. Let's get this situated. So one of the great things I noticed while building this in my creative version of this world is that we don't need to build, or well, don't need them to be facing up like that. So it's an easy way to get rid of the hideous top part of the block. And let's see. Yeah, we definitely do need more carpet, or well, more of the blue dye, because I do use it for the second floor. So that is a bit problematic because I don't have really any of the blue dye left. So yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do about that. That means I guess I have to go to a swamp. Let's see. So how did I go about this? We do need to grab more of our logs, place them alongside like this, or well, not the logs, but the planks. And then we also decided to have a little bookshelf sitting right here. So what I'm going to do right now, you guys, is I'm going to grab more of the flowers, and I'm going to come back to you guys when I've done most of this. That way you guys don't have to sit with me for the rest. So either way, see you guys in a second. Anyways, we are now done with decorating the houses. So this is how each of the houses look, or well, how this particular house looks. We have an ender chest now in its spot. We do have the carpet placed all over the place. And I realized then that you could use lapis, and then you could use, I guess, bone meal to create the light blue dye faster than, I guess, you getting flowers in general. So yeah, I guess that was like a J moment. I don't know what else you would call it. But you can see that this attic is like packed to the max. We have the most chests that we could possibly, I mean, I guess we could place some here. But that's really lame, and that would look really stupid. While the attic right now kind of looks like a real attic in my opinion, stuffed to the max. So yeah. Now this other house is like this. We have a painting, of course. We got a little storage or well, I guess a pantry, whatever you want to call it. Some furnaces. And we do have a second floor, of course. Now the second floor doesn't really look that great, but it is essential. And we have an attic in this house too. So everything is, I guess, allowing you to have storage in this place. But besides that, we have one last thing that we have to do, and that's really simple, and it's going to be tearing down the village breeder, because I mean, it's not really in a good position anymore. I'm actually planning on building here. We have I guess at some point we have to build what is it called? A crane, and we have to build I guess a platform for the crane to store its materials on, aka for the trading dock and all that. So in my opinion, we have to get on board of getting rid of all this. So it's kind of essential that we do this now in an episode where it doesn't really, I mean, it still fits in, but doesn't really make a big difference. So what we're going to be doing for this, I believe we have to take down at least like all the way to the dirt level. So that is a lot of digging that we have to do. We do have a villager that is still trapped down there, but I think we may have to kill him. Unless I figure out a way to get him out that is convenient for me and worth it, I guess, in the end. But we're just going to continue digging around. And I guess we can talk about all the changes that are coming to Minecraft and possibly the channel too. So either way, let's get started about talking about it. So if you guys don't know, in 1.13, they are currently redoing all the textures for Minecraft, which was really out of the ordinary in my opinion. Sure, I think it's because they want to, I guess, make the game a little bit more consistent, but it seems like what they're doing is just making all the textures a bit blurry, which is a bit stupid. I mean, sure, I mean, great thought, you know, redoing the textures for the game, but that's not really on my agenda of what they should be doing. But then again, I'm not a game developer. I don't know what should be happening to the game. Just, you know, an average consumer thinking that they should be adding more features instead of fixing textures when not really a big problem. We have people that can redo it themselves, but I guess for some people they were saying that it's not really the greatest for marketing when there's several things on their own end that they can't like really take a screenshot of. I don't know, but I personally think the textures currently don't really look too great. A lot of them is just like putting them in like Photoshop and like adding like a 10% blur to it, which is really ugly. I don't know, like the cobblestone for example, or all the logs that they've been changing, they in my opinion look really stupid. I mean, there should be a link in the comment section for you guys to click on. It's an Imgur link where it has all the updated textures that they're doing. But yeah, I did ask on Twitter if they were going to add more paintings, because right now there's like only so many and the paintings look really stupid and ugly in my opinion. I mean, I only use them because that's the last resort and there's nothing else to be able to like fully fill the void unless I wanted to use item frames. But even then, I don't have anything really to stick in the item frames. I guess maps is the only thing you can really stick in them, but that's it. And they don't have any like odd number, or well, I guess they do, but they don't have like 3x1 paintings or 1x3 paintings. So it kind of makes things a bit difficult when you have a bunch of things that are odd numbers. And let's see, do we even have our water bucket? No, we don't. That is stupid. Okay, well, I guess we'll just break this by hand. So 1.13, I mean, they're supposedly going to be starting snapshots for that soon too, which is interesting as we haven't gotten any little bit of information about what it's going to be about. So this is sort of exciting, I guess, in my opinion. I mean, it's nice to always get new stuff instead of just staying here and not getting anything. And I guess we can break you and keep going. Grab the signs and then we'll grab trapdoors too. Man, this is going to be one talky episode now I think about it. We do need to get rid of the water, that way we're not going upstream and battling it. But yeah, so if you guys want, you guys can leave in the comment section below what you guys want to happen in 1.13. I know a lot of people are talking about how they want the game to add a lot more blocks, and that should be doable now since 1.13. Or well, I guess sort of after 1.12. I mean, even during 1.12 they unlocked all the block IDs, so that means Okay, that's a bit random. Interesting. I didn't remember that being there. But supposedly they unlocked all the block IDs, so that means they can add, well, they fixed the restriction to where they only can have like so many blocks. Now we can have as much as we want, I believe, up to a certain number, of course, but I mean, that's a number they probably can easily fix if they wanted to. I mean, the team, I'm pretty sure they can fix the problem. But let's see, let's get rid of that. And I believe I'm getting rid of this too. So yeah, 1.13, I think I personally want more blocks. Lots of slabs, stairs, like for every block basically, because I mean a lot of them could be great if they had stairs or slabs, but it's just like we don't have them, and it's kind of like, oh, that's a bit weird then. So yeah, that's my opinion. I believe we don't need you there. Yeah, pretty sure that's how it is. And then we can just dirt place all the way around. So I believe we're good on that department. And then we'll just place all the way around. Okay, pretty simple. Now besides that, I wanted to talk about the channel. So I feel like I'm not doing my best at keeping content posted on the channel. I do know that I have a bunch of single player content sort of ready to go. It's just a matter of recording it and building it, because I've been working on in my creative version of this world where I've just been building and getting things situated, but it's just a matter of having the time and figuring out when to record. Like for right now, for example, I have a project in this area ready to go. Let's see, I have another project in the harbor. Now it's just a matter of getting more projects situated. Like I'm kind of fine-tuning things that we should be personally doing, maybe during streams or whatever, but even then, like, I don't know, to me I just don't feel like streaming all the time, and I don't know, it's just one of those things where it kind of sucks when you don't have that vibe going on, because then that prevents you from doing more work, or you're just kind of lazy. But it's just a matter of building that work ethic, in my opinion. Now besides that, you guys should be expecting more single player videos heading your way, because that means I'm getting ahead in a way, so it shouldn't be bad, I guess. Also, we should be, I guess, possibly starting new series on the channel. I'm not too sure. It kind of depends on how things work out, as they're a bit different. I'm not too sure if we're actually going to go through with them though, so that kind of varies too. And I think we're going to call this done once we place the last few blocks over here. And let's see, do that. Maybe steal a little bit more. I believe we're supposed to steal all of this, because this is just, well, actually we're supposed to plateau or flatten this too, this part too, but we're not going to fully worry about that. But either way, that is it for this episode. If you guys do enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below what you guys think. If you guys haven't already, hit that sub button. That way you guys stay up to date with me and see when I post my random little videos here and there. Hopefully we'll get on a better schedule of posting content. That way you guys can just know automatically, oh, Jay's posting on a Saturday or a Friday, which this should be going up maybe on Saturday or Sunday, it depends. But besides that, either way, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day and weekend, life, whatever in general. But anyways, see ya. Bye-bye.